Now, I know you see me painting, you might as well join this video and get to creating with me. If you're new here, my name is Zipporah. I'm a visual artist, and if you're not new, welcome back. Now, I told y'all in last video I was gonna do this rug, and I got her done. She's popping, she's popping. I really like how she's made the couch really pop out. But next on the agenda was really getting this mirror finish. Now, the whole point of the mirror is to have like this greenery. I'm gonna add flowers. And what's really gonna make this mug pop is when I add like the reflection. So you'll see her skin and her like dress kind of peep out and things. And that's gonna add another like kind of dimension to it, which I thought was pretty fun. And then I gotta get this door done. So the door is gonna be the next thing I finish up after this mirror frame. I was actually highly motivated to work on his painting again, not only because I'm having fun doing this painting, but I went to another little mini adventure, which was another art museum, which was the Contemporary Art Museum here in St. Louis. They presented this artist who does printmaking, and although I love printmaking, I've never seen printmaking to this degree. Not only did this artist like strip the bark off of trees and did the printmaking on there. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. This is an example of some of her work. Y'all, it was so vivid and colorful. Like I loved it, and they're huge. Like she did different panels. Not only did she do so many different printmaking techniques, and then she also added in like different medias. She played with so many concepts, and it was just so eye-catching. And my other favorite piece is the red piece that she did on the wall. It's actually cinematic to the point where you can go from left to right or up and down, but it looks like a movie. So it looks like a film. So I also headed upstairs to their youth exhibit where it's like all teenagers and like middle school kids that create all these works. And it was actually pretty cool. Like one girl used like seashells and did like beadwork inside of it. But as y'all can see, it was so nice. It was really nice. And then later I went to another museum, which was my favorite part of the museum was his horse. Y'all see the horse. So I didn't record any of the process of me doing the frame, and it's really because it pissed me off. I can't lie, it pissed me off. I had to do multiple layers, which I'm used to doing multiple layers for things. Like the floor took multiple layers, but the problem with this frame was it was like the paint I used. Like it made it like this nice dark purple color I really liked, but the paint took me forever to like work through, and it stressed me out. It stressed me out like real bad. So I probably won't use that paint um company again, but I definitely did like this color. I wanted to use like the dark purple I've been using in some of the areas to really like make this part pop. But I want to make sure I at least get some process of the next part of this painting that I've been waiting so long to do with you guys. So, before I started this painting, I knew that I wanted to really solidify like my painting style. In the last couple of years, I feel like I've been experimenting, playing with colors, shapes, realism, flatness, surrealism and things. Everything want to always keep it surrealism, but just really playing with how I want my paintings to kind of stand out and be just something I made. And one of the things I definitely started adding was besides the use of color and things, I wanted to make my paintings look more storytelling, like an illustrated painting. Because to me, in my idea, I'm just bringing my drawings to life. That's kind of how I see painting for me. And I wanted to not only make these stories, but to frame them. So I started making like my own kind of like flat frames to where it's like it's not supposed to be beyond detail, but it's supposed to capture. which I thought at first, but then I started playing with things. I want to keep things simple, but still add a little something to it. And the problem with what I've been having is really trying to like go between like realism and flatness. So I've been playing with that because some flatness just looks too, it just doesn't look finished. And then some stuff looks like, oh, I'm doing too much. And I wanted to find that happy medium. So I finally figured it out with this painting as well. And the last thing, the one last thing I really wanted was to do something to my paintings to make them stand out even more. And since I've been like teaching texture to my students at work in my drawing classes, I realized how much I love texture and I wanted to incorporate that into paintings and a lot of different exhibits or like different things I've seen. I've seen a lot of artists adding their own kind of elements of texture. And one way I thought was so cool to add in texture was clay. Now, what got me into doing clay was that like sometime in January, it was a gift I was working on for my boyfriend, and I made like an azul bottle. Like I painted a azul bottle for him, and I added like sculpture elements to it, and one of it was like his face and things. I'll show it here. So when I made this bottle, one I used the most crappiest clay ever because I was experimenting and just being playful and just doing something, for somebody I cared about. And I thought it was so cool that I was able to add this clay to this bottle. And I was like, what if I do that to my paintings? So I decided that before I started this painting, I was like, or like I got deeper into the painting, I was like, I want to add clay to this particular painting in my future paintings here on out. And this is why I left some of these areas blank. Like this area with these flowers, they're gonna be 3D clay made. Um, I'm going to add some flowers and stuff on this greenery mirror. It's gonna be clay. I'm also going to try to add like one more like decor element on the shelf and make it 3D. But also in my original sketch, you guys saw that I had like some greenery like hanging from like the ceiling of everything. And I am still, and I'm gonna do that with clay. So it's gonna be all hanging like vines and flowers, and it's just gonna be like really textured. And I'm so excited for that. So that's what I'm doing today. And I'm gonna show like bits and pieces of me like making some of the elements and stuff. Um, so yeah, we're gonna get straight into that and let's get creating. So yeah, this was my very first time working with clay on canvas. Like I sculpted some clay on that azul bottle I was talking about earlier, but one I used a whole different type of clay. Like it was like polymer clay, and it was crap. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was crap. But this one was it's a very softer clay. It's way easier to work with. It's just better quality, to the point where I enjoyed it so much, to the point where in the future I'm going to definitely use clay in all my future paintings. I just think this is just another staple that I'm adding to my style. And another thing I know for future reference is to do a lot of the clay stuff before I get to painting. Like I know it's going to be some things I might have to paint first, but if I can avoid it, I'm definitely going to clay and do all this stuff first. Why? Because y'all see all that stuff, the extra stuff around this tulip? Look at that. A mess. After I spent so long doing this frame and painting it, just for me to have to go back and actually repaint some of those areas. Because at first I was using like water, y'all, and like a paper towel and scrubbing it, all that residue from the clay, once like some of the main stuff dried. And it got some of the stuff off, but it was also lifting up some of the paint, and some of it just wasn't coming up. So I had to paint over it. So I literally made this 10 times harder than what I needed to. And did I tell y'all like I'm on a deadline? Oh yeah, so y'all, I'm painting this painting actually specifically for an art exhibit. I'm trying to submit it to a gallery, so your girl's hoping she's getting into this gallery because it's a really nice It's the Angus Arts Hotel. If you guys don't know, that's an art hotel here in St. Louis, and they only have 2 exhibits a year, and they choose only local artists to submit their work, but it's extremely hard to get into. And your girl trying to submit this painting to it. But yeah, I'm getting into all the nitty gritty of the details, and in the next video, I'm going to start painting everything, and everything should be more cleaned up. So thank you guys for watching this video so far, and I'll see you next time.